Hi, good morning, welcome. My name is FeleciaMarie and this is True Moon Tarot. We're just going to jump right into it and we are going to do some messages for our lovely, water signs. Okay, so lovely water signs, for some of you right now, you're coming into the union of something. For some of you, it's going to take you off guard. For some of you, it's something that you've been wanting with a specific person. Maybe they've been kind of focused on work or focused on, just their personal life as far as the things that they need in order to take care of and to have a life, so to speak. Maybe you've been waiting on somebody to ask you to marry you or just ask you out or move on to the next phase of y'all's relationship. And so right now, I feel like it is coming to, not necessarily to a fruition, but it's coming to a point where both parties, both manifestors, both intentioners, are moving and traveling in the same direction, not necessarily at the same frequency, though, is what I'm hearing. You can be traveling in the same direction with somebody and have the same dreams and hopes and everything, but vibrate differently. However, if it is your partner or your other half, your twin flame, if it's a person that you are moving in this life with, or just don't let it become a competition. I hear that. Don't let it, because I feel like for some of you, it's almost like you move and then they start to follow because they see how much you've grown, and so they follow you, but then they end up overpassing you. You know what I mean? And then you have to try to catch up to them. So you need to find a point where you guys grow together, even if you're not still at the same frequency, if that makes sense. Some of you have been contemplating a situation. For some of you, you feel as if you've been backstabbed in your relationship. You feel as if, they're not giving enough effort or putting in enough effort. They're not showing you enough. They're not sharing the same love language that you have. And so you guys are kind of in your brains, you're kind of thinking things over, maybe thinking about the past, maybe past relationships. And with that, I just want to say that right now, especially the time that we are in, there are some past things that are going to be coming up. There are going to be instances maybe in your head where you visually see a memory. You're going to encounter something out in public. Maybe you're even going to have those specific people try to come back and cause some sort of chaos, because it is the end of the year. At the end of the year, that is the time when we are to celebrate this year that we've had, celebrate the year that's coming, and to really, truly appreciate what it is that we have as in our life. Like, you take that moment to say, okay, these are you reflect on everything that has happened this past year, and you decide how you're going to change it and how you're going to move into the next year. And some people, put offerings out to gain abundance for the next year and stuff like that, but this for you is you because things are coming to an end, I feel as if for some of you there's, and I know like this is kind of for me too, but because it is easy to get to me like that, but for some of you it's going to be a specific person, and whether they try to come back, as in themselves physically, try to come back into your life or to remind you of the things that have happened in the past. It could also be, a conversation about said experience or about said person. For some of you, you do feel as if you've been stabbed in the back. You feel as if, you were taken advantage of. Like you gave them everything. You showed all of this love for them, and they just didn't care, and I don't mean it like they didn't care, because clearly at one point they did care. It's just at some point they decided to say fuck it. um okay, for some of you this is a specific message, to kind of, it's almost like we have two different halves. These are the first two cards that I pulled, the Lovers and the Chariot. Second two cards I pulled was the Eight of Cups and the Four of Cups, which both divisible by 2 and 4. Next one, the Moon. Last one so far is the Four of Pentacles. So at least with the Lovers, the Chariot, the Eight, and the Four of Cups, it's almost as if it's polar opposites of each other, right? You've got one part of you who is hopeful and relieved and excited for the future and ready to manifest all of these things and ready for all of this abundance and all of this joy and all of this light, and look at these beautiful colors, right? But then you've got another part of you who is sad, dark, gloomy, lost in yourself, maybe depressed. Also, I do want to point out, if you've ever seen The Corpse Bride, think about it like that. We wear these masks out in public, and we go out in public, and we're supposed to be good members of society, and we're supposed to be able to take care of our wives and our husbands and our kids and our animals and our moms and our dads, and still manage to work a 9-to-5 job while still providing, while still, making sure that they are emotionally taken care of and physically taken care of. And sometimes that's a little difficult, and so you kind of just get in this routine where everything is just, that's what it is, that's what we do, this is our life now, right? And so because of that, you're kind of like living in this gloomy atmosphere of just ick. Whereas in the corpse world, in that movie, they were all happy and free and could be themselves, and they were vibrant, right? Think about it like that. Your inner self is just dying to come out. For some of you, your inner self is just waiting. They're just like, come on, let me do it. Let me work. Let me stop overthinking these things. Just believe in yourself. Have hope. Stop worrying about the past. Whereas the actual physical outside part, the conscious part that has to deal with the day-to-day life of you, is worried, is wondering how we're gonna make it to the gas station, or wondering if we're gonna end up eating breakfast today, or wondering if today's gonna be a good day. Are the kids ready? Am I gonna get the kids to school? Oh no, did I make the kids lunches? Oh no, did I do this? And so your brain is just going a million miles a second. And so this is a moment where Spirit wants you, for some of you, it wants you to know that you've got to relax. You've got to just truly go inward and truly look at what it is that you want in your life, what it is that makes you happy. With the Four of Pentacles card, that is a card of like inheritance. Usually it's the lack of, the falling of something. For some of you, maybe you need to quit your job, or you need to lose your job in order to truly see what it is that'll make you happy, or for you to truly see the light again in your life. You know what I mean? For some of you, I feel as if there's going to be a moment where there is some sort of inheritance, but I feel like it's going to be more of like a, oh, you got this, so now you have to be involved in all of these family things. And maybe you didn't want to be involved in that family thing, you know? So you have the choice to get the inheritance and have to, you know, obey or follow or really interact with people that you don't want to interact with, but still being able to take care of everything and do everything that you want, because that inheritance will help provide. Or you keep doing what you've been doing and you just say, screw it, I don't want it, let somebody else have it, you know? And then we have the Strength card at the bottom of the deck. So we've got 4 major arcana cards, and I do find that interesting because this is how I am ending the video. All 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's 6, 7, 8, 4, 13. Okay, so we've got 2 cards here that are not divisible by 2, and that would be 7 and 13. So for some of you, look up 7, look up 13, look up the numbers 2, any combination of 2, 4, and 8. But as far as being strong, this speaks to not only our physical outward strength, but it also speaks to our mental strength. There's going to be a moment, there's going to be a time where, you know, the devil or his minions or whatever he chooses to, that's going to come after you, and they're going to try and destroy you mentally, destroy you emotionally. They're going to bring you bad luck. They're going to, you know, they're going to try they're going to try and make it so you lose that little bit of faith and you lose that little bit of hope that you've gained over the last 3 months, you know? They want to tear you down before the end of the year, because when they do that, you will go into that year in that lower vibration, which means they have a higher chance of interacting with you. They have a higher chance of interacting with your friends, and they have a higher chance of just truly being able to enact their mayhem on the world. Anyways, mental strength exercises. Good things to do are to make sure you don't bottle anything up. Make sure you don't even have to tell the people that it is. Just look at yourself in front of the mirror and speak. However, if you do that, I suggest to some of you, depending on what it is you're talking about, your feelings, you lock your mirror. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I don't lock my mirrors that often. When I do, it's usually I just say a short little prayer and do the sign of the cross and say nothing can come in. It's as simple as that. However, I will say this, I do have 2 entryways in my house that I do allow wayward spirits, if they feel like it, to come in. But anyways, I don't know, I'm just babbling. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. My lovely water signs, please just remember that things aren't always what they seem. You know, being a water sign, you're connected to the unconscious. You're connected to your intuition. You're connected to your sixth sense. So use it. Don't let it diminish, because that power is going to benefit you. You just have to learn to access it, and you have to learn when. Yeah, that's it. Anyways, I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys when I see you. Bye.